don't know.
Maybe, but we're going live.
It's something to ask. But for example, for the roller coaster
We're
animation,
just a little live, so
to
be
see
careful.
the speed of the movement in the distant constraint, what I used was the graph editor. So that way I can
Mm.
control in that movement when it's more slow, when it's more faster using the curve.
Yeah, we'll chat. We'll chat with him
Yeah.
and see what we can do. This is just a little taste of talking about one of the new upcoming features.
Little
Um,
taste.
yeah, let me hang on.
A
Let's,
sneak
Little,
peek.
little bite.
yeah,
It's a
we have
little
to.
bite.
All right, we're gonna
A
go.
little bite.
We're officially gonna start.
Little
All right,
bite.
everybody ready? 3,
A
2.
tiny taste.
Is this the right one?
It's a
Go.
tiny.
Just a tiny taste. If you were here on time, the pre-show got started late, but that's okay. We were having super secret discussions.
Yes.
It's Rive Unwrapped.
Exactly. I think. Did I go the right way with my volume? Hang on, let me double check. Is it this way?
Yes,
No, that's the
yes.
bat. Is it that way?
You're getting
I guess.
Am I getting
can
getting
hear you.
further away.
Oh, well, how about now? Am
You're
I
getting closer now.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was messing with things. Recording.
I'm messing with things.
Yeah. So I just need to put some tape on my little box here that has my little doodly knobs or whatever on it. So I
You'd like something though to hit your head is when you get to the right position, it stops your head, so you know you're at the right distance from the microphone.
I could also get some of these foam panels that I have and tape them to my head to cut down on the echo. But hey, look, that's for another live stream. Speaking of which, this is a live stream. It's Rive Live. Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh, just like every week, we come and talk to you guys about updates, look at community files, answer questions, all the things. And as always, let's start with the live streaming recaps. So last week, JC had a creative session. JC, what did you go over in your creative
Oh
session?
yeah, you're right. Oh, one moment. I'm so lost. But one moment. I can find. Yeah, here. And I had the other here. Okay. So, hurry. And this and this. So, last week in the creative session, out of the file here, what I did was try to recreate this animation I did a few weeks ago, but in different way. In this case, this animation is an animation I create for test text, but here is no text because we don't have text in Rive yet. But the idea was to create this the animation of the mouth. So let me show you the file. This is the file we create. Is the rig to how work the mouse to create a different position, use the joystick, and finally connect the joystick to the cursor. So that way, when you move the cursor, you move the joystick, and you can create different position of the mouse. This was the creatization. So in the video, you can see how we create the rig, the different animation we need for the joystick. For example, there is the horizontal animation, the vertical animation, how connect the different animation to the joystick, and then in the state machine and using a listener, how connect the joystick to the cursor. So you can see the video in YouTube. Try to recreate this. So yeah,
Very spooky. This is a spooky mouth.
spooky mouth.
Yeah, it's a monster mouth if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one.
Yes.
But it was a great creative session, so check it out. It's up on YouTube, as JC said. So that's it for last week. This week, we've got Pedro. He's doing a creative session tomorrow.
Yes.
Same time as always?
Yes. Same
Same
thing as
time.
always. Before we are going to have the Spanish live stream.
Yeah.
So it's going to be that. And later I'm going to be with the creative session.
So y'all are going to have, man, like 2 hours straight of Pedro. That's
Yes,
that's big Pedro
That's not
time.
enough. I don't
No.
think
that's
that's
good.
I can stay more if people ask for that, but they have to ask for that. I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead and ask.
I'm asking for it right here.
What are you asking for?
More Pedro.
Oh, more Pedro? Pedro time. All right, we will slot that in. Pedro, you got the creative session from here on out, brother.
It's going
you're
to be
booked for the rest of the week.
the marathon live stream.
We'll call it Pedro's Corner. What was the not Little House on the Prairie? What was the guy? Mr. Rogers. What was Mr. Rogers show called?
Right.
Was it Hello Neighbor? What was it called?
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh yeah, but,
Yeah.
Senor Pedro's Escuela. I'm looking forward to that already. All right, so that's the live streaming schedule for this week. Now this is the time where we usually talk about releases, but if you're on Discord, then you already know. If you follow us on Twitter, then you already know. There weren't any releases, so you didn't really miss anything, at least this week. Last week, I think we already covered everything that came out last week, right?
Mhm.
Did it come out last week? Was that Motion Paths and Interpolation on the States? Or was that 2 weeks ago? Time is a funny thing.
It's summer. The time is difficult in summer.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost completely the feel of time on summer.
Yeah, my brain is boiling, so how could I possibly be expected to keep track of time? But we should be having some new releases this week, maybe next week, early next week, late this week. I don't know. Follow us on Discord, follow us on Twitter, and as soon as we release some stuff, you'll know. And I think we hinted at it a little bit at the start of the video. And in the last live stream, I think we talked about what could potentially be coming out. Maybe not. Again, time's funny. I don't remember. All right. This is usually the time where we go over community animations. But I'm gonna put Zach on the spot here. Zach, do you wanna go through your demo today, or is that are we
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Zach has
Yeah,
a
let
nice
me do
little
this.
demo.
So, it started in our Discord, in our general channel. A bunch of people have been recently asking about our framer usage, our framer code components, and kind of how to hook that up to scrolling. Gosh, it feels like almost a year ago, maybe, we did a workshop, all of us, on hooking up like scrolling inputs to like a plant blog. And we also had Michael had a really cool lemonade asset as well for like scrolling a page and the plant grows, or in Michael's case, like creating a lemonade glass. And so, yeah, a lot of people have been asking how you can do that with Framer. And so I thought I'd kind of go over this kind of how to tweak your code snippet so that you could kind of easily do that and hook up scrolling. So here I use Framer's really cool AI feature. I was like, all right, create me. I was actually just going to I wanted to make like a scrolling page so you could get the effect of the whole scroll input thing. But I forgot that Framer has this cool AI thing where it gives you a big text box and it's like, tell me what you want. And I was like, give me a plant blog that scrolls. And it came up with this really cool thing. And I've got Laura's plant growing asset on the side here, but came up with a bunch of text and sections, so I didn't have to put in Laura Ipsum, which was really nice. And then I just tweaked it so that there was a bunch of white space on the like quarter right side here. But anyway, if you haven't checked out the new Framer AI feature, it's pretty cool. And I only used it once for this like little small thing, but I'm pretty sure you can get pretty specific with it. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to show how you could kind of get this kind of effect going. So if I go into, actually, let me show off the Rive editor first. So this is Laura's asset, which you can find in the community. I remixed it so that I could have a transparent background here for the site. But the way the state machine works, if you're unfamiliar with it, is we've got this one scroll PCT number input here, and it goes from 0 to 100 on the blend state here. So you can see that we have that start animation at 0 and end at 100. And so the idea is to hook up a scroll progress value to this scroll PCT variable. So I'm going to go ahead and get the share link for this. And I already generated one. So I'm going to take that framer code component, and this is how you'll add any Rive stuff to your framer project. But if I go into the assets tab, I'll create a new one here called, actually, no, wait, I don't want to, because I already formatted this code thing to be fixed element. I'm going to paste in that code snippet from the editor, so that framer code thing. And so here we're going to add some tweaks to the code to kind of hook up the scroll progress using some of Framer Motion's React hooks, if you're familiar with that. But even if you're not familiar with it and you just kind of want to pop in some code to hook up the scroll progress, you can use the same code snippet over and over again to achieve the same effect. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some imports. We're going to import some hooks from React. So I'm going to import use state. We're already adding this use effect here. And then we're going to add one more import, which is the use scroll and use motion value event from framer motion. Okay, and at this point, what's kind of happening at the end of this file here is the Rive component that we grabbed from, that we're hosting on the Rive side for Framer. We're exporting that as default, but we're actually going to export a higher level component. So we're going to create a new component. We'll just call it app, and it'll take this set of arguments called props, which are just essentially the things that you would set in Framer, like the layout, if it's playing or not, and we pass that down to our component. So I'm going to say, just return the Rive component and pass in all the props. And so this way, we're basically creating one level above the Rive component that we normally export, and we'll just export this app instead. Cool. All right, and now the next thing we want to do is actually hook up the scrolling bit. So to get the scroll progress from Framer, we're going to use the use scroll hook. And from this, we can extrapolate this scroll Y progress, which is a number that based on the Y axis, based on the Y scrolling property from 0 to 1, like how far along the page have you scrolled? So that's that scroll progress that we want to hook up to that Rive state machine input. And we want to store this variable here. So I'm going to create a new state variable called scroll PCT. And set scroll PCT is equal to use state 0. Again, if this doesn't seem, this seems like magic, we can, we'll provide this on Discord, and you can copy the code snippet, and you don't have to change anything to make this work with your animation as long as your state machine stays the same. But this scroll PCT variable is going to represent the actual number that will feed into our Rive input. So the number from 0 to 100 instead of 0 to 1. So we'll be doing a bit of math here. And now we're going to be using this use motion value event, which is this hook that's going to listen for a change in the scroll. So anytime you scroll up or down, we'll get notified. So use motion value event. This takes a few arguments. So first I'm going to pass it that scroll Y progress. Okay, yeah, I did. And then I'm going to pass in this change variable, which is basically saying, hey, I want to listen to the change of a scroll. And then I'm going to pass in a third argument here, which is going to be a callback. So every time that the scroll changes, it's going to invoke this callback function and pass in the latest, which is the latest value of, or the latest scroll progress. And here is where we're actually going to do some calculation to do set scroll PCT. and change that variable from, or basically transform that number from a 0 to 1 progress to 0 to 100. So that can work with our Rive input. So I'm going to do latest times 100. Okay, so just to briefly recap kind of what's happening here, I'm trying to get the scroll progress and listen for any scroll progress here that's happening. Let me actually zoom in a bit. Sorry, I should have done that in the beginning. And anytime the scroll progress changes, as I'm going up and down, I'm going to calculate the progress to be, instead of 0 to 1, 0 to 100. So that's why I'm doing this multiplied by 100 here. And I'm storing that new value in this state variable called scroll PCT. And what I'll do with the scroll PCT variable is I'll feed that into the that scroll PCT number input here in the state machine. And so the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to set a prop here called number1 is equal to scroll PCT. The reason I'm calling it number1 is just the way that we've dynamically created these Rive components for your framer pages. We are, I believe, dynamically creating these props based on how many state machine inputs there are. So there's only one number input. Therefore, we're going to call the props number1, and then we're going to map it to this scroll PCT. But if I had like a few different number inputs in my state machine, we might want to set like number2 prop or a number3 prop. And same thing goes with Booleans. But in this case, we only have one number input, and we're generically just going to be passing in this number1 prop. So we can basically correlate that scroll PCT variable to this number1 prop here. And this spreading of props here basically means still take in any configuration that the user wants on the framer page. So if you change the layout, if you want to set autoplay to false, basically if you don't want the animation to play automatically, then it'll still respect those changes. Okay, so if I go back to my own page here and hit play, it should reflect that scroll percentage. And I tweaked the layout a bit, so that's why it's cutting off a bit at the top. But yeah, this is kind of how you would set up scroll progress to work in Framer. As long as you set up the state machine such that a number input going from like 0 to 100 is dictating your scroll progress for your blend state. So basically the gist is if I copy paste this to another asset, all I have to do is change the actual framer link here. And you get this link in your, let me see, in the share link. Yeah, this link is auto-generated every time you create a new share link. So if I had a different asset, I could use the same code here. And it should work basically the same exact way. So if I had Michael's lemonade asset, I would just copy paste the code, just change the reference to the link where the framer code is hosted. And this scroll percentage stuff should work all the same. But yeah, we'll post this in the Discord. It was posted back in the Discord general channel, but we'll repost it again in case y'all want to try and play with that.
Nice.
Sweet.
A question, does that still work in the Framer like preview window? Like if you update the percentage value?
Yeah. Let me try. So, like if I set like 50.
No, I meant like if you go to the UI for the Rive components that you are returning, like what does it look like from like, yeah, the right side of the inspector?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like that doesn't do an update, does it?
Oh yeah, not on the preview. Interesting. It's stuck at like 50. Oh wait. I messed up the component. 1 second. Oh, Oh, actually, yeah, I don't think it would be respected because what this is doing is this is overriding
Yeah.
any value you would set in the actual panel. So yeah, this overrides like the scroll precision if you wanted to set it in the actual like inspector panel or whatever this is called. But yeah, this would be one case where you could override it with code and it would probably make sense as a dynamic value. But these should not be overridden if you wanted to change these. Yeah, that's a good point.
Sweet. Well, we're gonna end up clipping this, cutting it up, mastering it, putting it on YouTube as its separate little thing, so that you can always reference this little piece of the live stream when you're ready to make your scrolling animations on Framer. And we'll also post that in Discord. Is that the plan?
Yeah. We can include that in this general channel or something.
All right. And I'll be sure to make sure that there's links to be sure that you can follow to find community files that will work with this. Okay. Great job, Zach. I appreciated that tad bit of coding that we don't get to see too much on the stream. I feel like I'm picking up as much coding as I am Spanish these days, which is more than I knew yesterday. All right. Are we ready to get into some community files, check some stuff out, give a little feedback? Woo! All right, cool. Let's go. All righty. So here's the first one from Og the Designer on the Tweeter. We all like Tweeter. Some people like Threads. I don't know where the consensus is these days, but we got a nice little owl here. I think this is one of those that I think the character design is really, it's just neat, you know? Give this a little updo and move on to the next one. Oh, this one was cool. So someone decided that, someone help me with the Tale of the Time King. What does TOTK mean?
Wait a
Oh my
minute.
gosh.
Hold on. Did you just say Tales of the Time King?
Something like that. Is that what it is?
That's
Someone-
what it is from now
Someone
on for
cancel
me.
Robert.
I love that. No, I love that. I'm sorry. I love it. Thank you.
Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you. I would have honestly, I'm not a Zelda guy. I fell off the train after like Majora's Mask. Never got back on it. So anyways, all that to say, someone decided that the ability wheel that is currently in the game is not made in Rive. So it's time to make it in Rive. And they did. They made a cool little ability wheel showing off how you could use Rive as like an interactive component in a game, which I think is great.
Yeah, this is amazing.
0% accurate, 100% on. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, one thing I don't check the file, but since that you click first and then you can move around, no? So you can click whatever part and move around. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a click and drag and then release type of deal.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's cool. And I also think this one's on the community too. Oh yeah, right here. Boop, boop, boop.
Cool.
They're at Annex Time, so if you want to follow them, that's the name. All right, let's go with the next in, which is, oh my gosh, I wonder if this, I hope this is the guy. Ido Favarelli. I think this is the one who did the
yeah, the
dude
other
sitting at the computer, right?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the faces.
Now this time they've gone even farther with their interactivity. They've added a number of buttons that change the facial expression and weather of the cloud and sun, which is, again, just so neat. I just think it's neat.
I like the expression.
Is the green one like a sick cloud?
Yes.
No, red is like sick cloud.
Yeah.
What days do you think clouds get sick?
Monday morning.
Yeah, that's okay.
Monday morning.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I'm glad the clouds are sick on Monday too. All right. Well, great job. Let's keep going here. Okay. So ooh, no, I'm not trying to invite anybody. I'm trying to share. All right. So somebody decided to make a sort of pull to refresh threads animation. I wonder if this was posted on Twitter. I don't know. But I think this is pretty cool. Somebody will have to tell me what they think about threads, because
I have not used it yet. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like you have to use the same account of Instagram, but if you use that, later you cannot delete the account without deleting your Instagram account too.
Ooh.
Big
Yes.
commitment. Yeah. And I just
Yes.
click through. Bow, 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 I'm on threads.
no, dude.
It's not approved yet. Well, I don't know if it's approved, but it's not released yet. It's in the EU.
Yeah,
and that's true.
Oh.
In Europe, it's almost illegal to
Yeah, some problem with the privacy or something like this. Yeah.
lots of problems with the privacy. it's like when you check the account, it's almost like you have to give everything to Meta, and they own you forever.
But it's a really cool loading animation, though.
Yeah, and I will tell you this. This is how
It's worth signing up just for that.
Yes.
I
You
saw
had-
Threads was trending on Twitter and was like, did everybody just like suddenly get into sewing? Like, is there a huge sewing renaissance going on? And then I was like, oh, of course. Why would that be the case? After I looked at 2 or 3 tweets.
Do we have
Hey.
a Threads account?
I'm waiting for
so.
Threads to tank, and I'm waiting for the headline to be Threads begins to unravel. I'm waiting for that.
Oh,
Boom.
man! Why weren't you a writer, Michael? That'd have been
There's a billion reasons why.
so good. I love that. All right, here is someone practicing. Again, not invite. Like, why do those have to both have plus buttons? This is someone experimenting with joysticks, and I think this is a really cool
Yeah.
experiment, because really it's just going back and forth.
I love this. Yes.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is they must have mapped this joystick. They must have made a joystick, mapped it to another joystick with a like follow mouse cursor constraint target deal.
It also looks
Yeah.
like the Apple Fitness avatar. So like when you start like a workout,
Oh.
it has like different, like if you do like a weight training, it has weights, or if you're on a bicycle, it also does these little animations.
These are cool animations too.
We need sound here. We need a.
Watch out! When the Olympics comes out, this is going to be when it comes out. When it comes back, when is next time the Olympics happens? We'll have sound by then, and you can add in your.
We
great
have 1
sound
year, I
effects.
think.
Yeah.
When yeah,
perfect,
practice.
Waiting for that new season of the Olympics to drop.
Oh, yeah. I'm really never mind.
That's nice. I like it.
Never mind. I'm not going there. Give a thumbs up. Too much to say about the Olympics. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is interesting. This person has done a number of these types of
Yeah, it's here.
tests.
Here in the
and
chat.
Is he? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Porter. These are very, very cool. Studio X Plus. These look like rendered PNG sequences, if I'm not mistaken. And then they can change out the coloring on the product that's over there. I think it seems like they only have
Yeah,
these two set up for now.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the water is so cool. Just from the PNG effect is like nutty.
Yeah.
How much? Since you're here, how many PNGs does it take to PNG this PNG? I'm just curious. We'll let him answer that. I like this one a lot. Can I?
Yeah.
180.
Yeah. Well, and
Ah,
four colors.
four. Oof.
180 frames times the 4 colors. Wow. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
720
it changes the thing.
PNGs.
Yeah.
Wow. And it actually, I mean, this runs super smooth here in the community. So
Yeah.
that's pretty
The
impressive.
key here is I guess in that file he's using the solos. The other thing is using the WebP format for the PNG to make the file is small, no? Because 118 frames is a lot, but yeah, you can see that works pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with the amount of PNGs in this, I'm really surprised by how well this works. Anyways, great, like, great job. Keep it up.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
wait to see
amazing.
more of this stuff.
I
Yeah.
guess he would love to have like an import PNG sequence feature
Yeah.
on Rive.
Yeah. Auto sequence me, please. I think this is the one that we're doing. Well, I'm gonna skip this one for now because this is the one that we're doing feedback on. So we're gonna do this one now. This is silly. I got distracted. Hang on. We're sharing. We're cooking. And we're here. Okay.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
I
this is
love the
someone's
expression.
first interaction built in Rive. Oh my gosh.
Oh god. How is my video sharing in 2 spots? Wild.
Yeah, this is great. This one, I wonder if they're using interpolation on their transitions here.
Yeah, maybe.
That's something we need to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll look at this one. Boredom and madness. So this is bored, or is this madness? This is what I look like when I'm bored.
You sure it's not the opposite?
No. When I'm bored, I look like this, and then when I'm like, I don't know if madness means I go crazy, or I'm just like mad with the ness.
Oh, that's so funny.
That would be cool. All right, I think that was the last one. Let me double check. Hang on, we're clicking. Oh no, it's not. And Pedro, do you know who this one came from? I will show you. I will show everyone, not just Pedro. Everyone will be included in the sharing of this file. Here we go. This one is another one of those. Oh my goodness.
Like the cup blowing with the
I remember these times.
Did you have a lava lamp?
Yes, the name on Twitter is Saksama.
Yeah, but you know what? In some jobs I have in the past, I never have the early and the middle.
I was just gonna
the
say
deadline.
that. Mine was just deadline.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait till 2 a.m.
Yeah,
to start this, and then Ugh.
yeah. From the first day you start work, you work like a deadline.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I work better under stress, but I think it's just I don't know any different. So it's probably like do a lot better if I weren't stressed all the time.
This is great. I wish I could update this one. Is this one? This one must be on the community.
It's here is the link to the Twitter user.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's in the community. I don't remember it.
No, it's a direct link. So
Okay.
yes.
All right, well, I will go to the Twitter and upvote that. Okay, so that's it for community files. Now, for everybody who's here and you don't know, A few weeks ago, we started a new channel on Discord where you can share your animations, state machines, whatever, in the context of Rive. Make sure it's a Rive thing. Like, I don't want to critique your family portraits or like, I don't know.
Pets. We
Yeah.
could critique pets. It's like my
Oh, true.
the best dogs of Rive user. Yes, that's interesting.
I agree with that. You can
Best
also
cats
put
in the
your pets
community.
there. Yep. So there's a spot in Discord where you can post your files and your pets, and we'll take a look at them, and we'll give you feedback if you want it. And so that's what we're gonna do today. We've got an animation from. There's not a vowel in this, so I don't know how to say it. JC, do you want to take a crack at this file?
Let me show the file. Oh my god. Yes, it's okay. Okay, let's see the file. You have the. Oops, I need to. No, okay. Let's see the file here.
We're gonna go mega screen mode.
Yeah, because we have different. I guess is different objects he is trying. Here, let's hide the bonds and let's see what happened. And one thing is this follow, no? And I think there is different input here. Let's see. We have chill.
That's the deal with it glasses.
Hi, happy. Yeah, it's always following the sad. I like it. Excited. And then we have. Oh, they had typed. And 4. Okay. 1 props. Type. No, this is type, not the name, right? Type?
Yeah, it's a bow tie.
Yeah, bow tie. Yeah. Mustache. I think this is the. Okay. 5.
The Harry Potter glasses. I like those.
6. Yeah, that's interesting. So, all this is the inputs. Here we can see all the animations. Let's see. Use different layers. That is great because you can control different things at the same time. This is the idle.
I didn't
Now
realize
it's
there was a
working with
color.
this.
There's a color.
Yeah,
layer.
maybe it's here. It's here.
Oh, for
The button. Yeah.
Okay.
This is nice. Yeah, I like it. So you can see here how when I change the value, change the animation, and here is okay. This is all the animation where he's keying the color. Okay, this is great. In the idle, let's see. He's okay. This is all these inputs, I guess. No, the child. Wisting is that doesn't work. Maybe this.
I think
no?
it'll work, but you can only
Yeah.
get there from idle.
Yeah, maybe now it's working. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, you need wait for the time. Okay, you need wait. No, sometimes no. Let's see. Okay, so in some animations, and this, for example, have 5 seconds to exit time. That means when the animation finish 5 seconds later. Let me. Is that? Yeah.
It takes 5 seconds.
See, yeah. This is the thing. When the animation finish the first time, take 5 seconds to jump exactly. So the rest have different. This is 100, 100, 100. that is good because you make sure that when the animation finish, when you want, go back to the idle. But the only problem you have is you can use another when you want because you need to wait. So maybe one option can be, but you need another. That is more complex. I mean, you can add another transition. In this transition, you can add or a new input to go back when you want, or this is more difficult, but where one solution can be add different transition more back with the different triggers. So that way, when you want, if you are unhappy and you want go sad in whatever moment, you can click and go back. Don't need to wait for the time. No, this is one option for that.
I wonder
But
if
this
you
is
could hook
good.
each of the emotions to the any state. Just keep everything how it is, and then create a transition from the any state into the
Yeah,
emotions, since they're all set up on triggers. So
yeah. This is the yeah exactly the other option. Yeah, and use a. But in this case, because you use this, but let me think. Yeah, because the other way can be using a listener too.
mm-hmm.
You can click over the character and change the different position, but you don't see. You can select what you can change. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other option is if you add here the different buttons of this, you can use any state and who with the different buttons. Yeah, this is different option. But this is great in color. Yeah, I think is good. Look, this is the movement here. Maybe the only problem is make the hat move with the head. Let me check. Yeah. So one thing here. Let me think. Bones here, no? Okay. So when I move here, here. So when I move this control, okay, I don't have nothing. So maybe adding some bonds to move this part of the hat. Maybe one bond here, maybe two. I'm not sure what is the for the glass. Okay, so for the reason, don't use this. Maybe we can add one bond here, another here. This is the base bond, and this is to move the hat, and that way we can weight this hat or every hat to these two bonds. The other thing is the bond that we add here, we can connect with the control using a constraint in the way when you move the control like this, the bond move. Maybe let me
Is the
try
hat
something.
and the head one image?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes. I don't. I saw what those two images, but let me see. Oh yeah, his face and yeah, yeah,
Oh, so it changes for every hat, huh?
yeah, yeah. So this, but yeah, you know what? Because I see this ellipse, I thought that the head was different,
Yeah.
but no, the
Same.
ellipse is everything. But yeah, in this case, it's better have two parts: the head because you don't need to change the head. But maybe he do that because the shadow. But if you can export this in PNG with the shadow too, or recreate the shadow in vector, something that is maybe it's not the same, but you can simulate the shadow like this, and this way you can uh, use it like this. Each hat with the mesh, and here the face. Yeah. So this way, when you move the cursor, you can deform this part of the hat. and I think the reaction is better.
Yeah, it'll probably take a little bit of time to add the right mesh definition in there, but I think
Yeah.
the ending result is going to look
Yeah,
really nice.
I guess you can do the now. For example, I want to add a few vector here. Maybe move this and this and this. Oh, I can because here and close. Why I can close? This is weird. Yeah, I can close the.
This is weird.
Yeah, I don't have. Ooh, why? Maybe one moment. Let me check if. Okay, it's because I have this a 4H. Yeah, we have a 4H in the middle
Oh.
now. So I'm going to move this a little. Something like this. I'm sure we need. If we want to deform this, we need more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something like this. And connect all these vertices to the bone here. When the bone move a little, all these vertices can move. Something like this. To create the effect, no? Maybe more vertex, but yeah, this is the idea. So the problem to do this deformation of the hat with the hole, with the head and the hat is this deformation can affect all this part. So maybe because this is white and only have a few shadows, you can see, but can be a problem. So always is better to have two part for that. Okay. I think this is the only part that is you can improve, but the rest looks pretty cool. Props. Other thing can be interesting. Let me check one thing. All these elements. Okay. Oh, perfect. We are using a solo for that. Amazing. Yeah, it's the best option when you have different elements that you want to switch. Use a solo where you can add all the different elements and only key this dot you can change, and you don't need to use the opacity or whatever to, and only generate one key for that. So this is great. And hat, I guess, is the same. Yeah. Check this. Okay, we have the solos, and this is for the clip AS. Okay. Okay. So in general, looks good. I think the steam machine is pretty cool. Maybe this part solve in different way to can change between the different option without wait for the time is the only thing. But yeah,
Cool.
I like it. Hey, yeah, I like it when you click. Let you happen here. Is it up? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, here the only thing I can say, I think this is great. Maybe because here I guess he's using a key for that, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the key is a resolution to animate but in this case, because this animation, mm, I guess you can use the I kill that he used here. I think is great, but maybe it's not necessary. You can, because the only problem here with the I key is always depend of how you animate this control is the arm move in one way or another, no? Okay, it's not that. It's the way, it's the mix. Okay. Okay, this is, I think this is okay. It's the thing I want seeing is when you click is the way that the arm move. This transition is too strong. I think it's the transition between these two. So maybe half a duration. Half a duration. Let's check this. We. Yeah. 1 second. Only to check what happened. Like it. Yeah. The only thing one thing, but maybe is something that you can solve in other animation is the way that the arm move is too straight. This control go from here to here in straight, no, in a line, and this is because it's a transition. And maybe need a curve here to move that. But the only solution here is create this movement in another animation instead to use the transition. It's the only thing, but yeah, it's a detail. Yeah, somebody want to say something more? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you mostly covered everything.
Yeah.
Hats, props, all set up
Yes,
the recommended way. Looks set up the recommended way. Color.
yeah, I guess this is the same problem, no? The transition of the that I think is okay. I mean, when you click, works, but this is the way that the arm move that is too straight. But yeah, this small detail. Yep. I think let me check. Yeah, main group. This is great. Everything naming. This is great. Yeah.
They're already better at that than I am. What is the
Yeah, all the assets
in the hierarchy? What is in that first group? There's two different groups there. No, the smiley bones. What is that?
This maybe it's a target for something. Yeah, this is more difficult too. Smiley bones. Let me check what happened here. Smiley bone. Smiley maybe is something with happy. Smiley.
There doesn't look like there's anything even nested underneath.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe it's nothing, but
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah, the only thing can be a target for something, but I don't see nothing. I like this the color. Yeah, one thing interesting, I guess for this, yeah, I guess this head is another head different with the color. Let me check if we can see here. Maybe, yeah, with the head. Yeah. Ooh. Without a helmet. No, maybe he's solving the. Let's see what the fate is. Sad. What? No, sad. No. No. Oops. No. What is the sad? No.
God, that's me all the time.
Come on. No way. Face, 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 face. Face, face, face. No, it's not here.
Maybe
Try
they're
to find the.
maybe they're just using like a gradient or something over it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's something I want to see if. Stressed? No. Angry. This. What is this? Angry. I think it's here. Here. What happened here? Let's check. Here. Ah, here. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Yeah. So he used a shape with the gradient, and maybe it's clipping. No, it's not clipping. So if I move here, he used the blend mode, but I guess I don't sure it's working the clipping with the image. I don't
I'm
remember
pretty
now.
sure it does.
Yeah, what is the? Yeah, but you know what? Because he used different head, it's complicated to clip it with a different head. But no, need to clip it with this head. Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. No, it's not working. Yeah. Sad, angry, excited. Yay. Yep, I think this is great. Shadow, shadow, shadow. We need shadow.
Can't forget the shadow.
Yeah,
Unless
shadow.
this is a,
Yeah.
I was gonna say unless it's a vampire snowman, but then I remembered that I do think vampires actually have shadows. They just don't have reflections,
No.
which is not something that I quite understand the lore behind. But email me, let me know.
Yeah, great. I think this is cool. This file, yeah, have a lot of interesting things. Great solution. Mm, something that maybe can change to improve, to be able to change the different option when you want. Yeah.
Jeff asks asks. That's the worst word in the English language. Boy, you know what? I'm gonna stop. Are the PNGs optimized? Dude, what is going on?
Let's
Are they
check.
optimized? Are they WebP?
Yeah. Let's check here. No, yeah, this is one thing. Yeah, can change everything to WebP. One trick here is when you import the PNG, you need change the format. But if you use a PSD, the PSD change automatically. So when you import, you have all the of the layers of the PNG in WebP. This is very interesting. Yeah. And the other thing that is interesting is when you want to create a loop animation, or for example the fire of the dragon I create no in PSD and use a solo. Always we have this problem about I need to add the different elements and put in the same position. Sometimes you do great, sometimes not. So a great solution is add this loop, for example, a fire loop inside to a PSD file, and make sure that in the PSD file works, and then import the PSD. So the only thing you need to do is select all the elements and drag and drop, and are in the same position. This is one trick for that. But yeah, change all these PNG to WebP, make the size small. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we'll be sure to ping this user on Discord. Make sure that they know that we reviewed the file. The file review has been conducted. Yeah, and I think we already have one picked out for next week. We'll be looking at a pull to refresh that somebody did. So if you want to get slotted in after that, make sure you share something on the Discord channel. Other than that, let's do rapid fire questions, and then I can't even call it a dusty trail, but we'll hit some kind of trail. All right, here we go. From the top, can you provide me the link for the Hi demo file? Yep, it's in there. Hopefully you're still around and you found it. It's on the community now, so you should be able to find that. Boop, boop, boop. Couple links. We decided that it's Tears of the Kingdom and not... I don't even remember what I called it now. Time of the Time King? Something of the Time King.
Something like that.
I think there was one more. I wonder if it's even possible to create an interactive NFT. It'd be cool to create interactive NFTs using Rive. What do you think about this?
I have no idea because I had no idea about this, but I guess you can create something with Rive, and I guess I don't see problem for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that. I mean, Doodles is semi doing that. The character creator
exactly.
is made in Rive, so the NFT you make, you create with the character creator that's semi-made with Rive, with the JS runtime, and I think they also allow you to like view the character then in like an animated form. I don't know if there's interactivity added to that beyond that, but it's definitely a cool idea.
Let's see. That's not the question that we're looking for. Okay, hints on the upcoming release. All right, I got one. I actually told the story over the weekend, and I think it's actually a great hint for here. So I'll just give you a little story. So maybe I'm just weird, and maybe my school was just weird, but I remember in like elementary school, maybe even like kindergarten, we'd get in line and they'd make us do this. Ooh, wait, there we go. Like this, and then we'd walk around, and I think it was so that we would be able to follow the person in front of us and stay in line. Did anybody else do that in school?
No.
No, well,
No.
okay.
For me, the weird thing is this.
I didn't. Trust me, I didn't understand it at all.
I mean,
For me, everything is weird.
yeah, but we have to start with something. Yes, this is an interesting clue, but perhaps we should say that users are not going to need to do this to use
No, you won't have
that
to do
feature.
that.
It's like
There's not a I don't know, weird kindergarten feature coming. It's anyways. That's your hint. Does everybody feel like that's a good hint? Is that fair enough? I feel like it was pretty fair.
it's like these videos that all movies about duck and cover thing. It's like something like that, no?
Yeah.
Did you have the movies before doing the gesture?
I have no idea. I don't know. No. Yeah, Jeff, that was the hint. That small story. Now, don't get distracted by all of the weirdness of the story. I basically told you exactly what was coming.
Yeah,
I think I have seen the kids going with a rope. I mean, and all take the rope and go with that. But I
So
think
you're leading them around
the
with a rope.
you have in school.
Yeah.
I
I
was
think we had a bad system, but
I was distracted, but caught hints of what you were saying, and now just put together the. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's nice. Nicely described.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so lost.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should grab the rope and follow us, and we'll lead you to the.
No, I
Right
don't
spot.
follow your ideas. I don't think. I think your ideas is.
Oh man, we just there's so many hints. You should call. I mean, this is like Marvel movie level hints on what's coming next.
Hey, yeah, the path is drawn.
It is.
Up to you to-
I'll just follow it to the end. Okay, are there any plans to increase the file import cap for paid users? Currently, the website says 100 megabytes. My testing shows around 102 megabytes. I don't know. Oop, sorry, that was the wrong question. Let me pull up the right question. This is the right question.
Yeah, this doesn't answer the question, but I guess it's also a new feature that will come out. But I don't know if and when it will happen for all of the runtimes. But I don't exactly know what I'm talking about. We're allowed to mention this on. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna mention it because it's not that big, but it's a way for you to load assets out of band. So essentially, instead of all of the assets being packaged in the Rive file, you can at runtime say, swap out this image with this image instead. So, I mean, you can do a lot of cool stuff with that. But for example, the one that W Porter made with the all of the image sequences, you could technically then at runtime just swap out all the images for as many as you want, and you manage the assets yourself. Doesn't answer the question about the file limits, but it does mean you can self-host the images or self-package it with your app or whatever.
I do think that in the future, if we start getting folks who want to like import like these massive, super 4K detailed, like rasterized paintings and stuff that they want to animate, and it's just like impossible to do, then I think we could see it. But this is something that we could totally bring up and chat about and see what the folks who do this and work in the Matrix have to say.
Work in the Matrix.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. Okay. Unless anybody's got anything else, I think we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Oop. Hang on. Dude,
Classic.
40 chess. Yeah, exactly. All right, one more. In addition to my earlier one, I know it's probably an infrastructure change, but what about being able to just reference or instance the file?
Zach, do you understand the question?
I don't.
Yes.
I mean, do you mean like a hosted reference to the file, or I don't know. How are you interpreting it?
I don't.
Like a CDN, like you have everything.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, offline.
Yeah, hit us up on Discord on this one.
Yeah, we've had, if it is about like a CDN hosting thing, we've chatted about it. But we don't have like a solution coming up very.
I have one idea, but I may understand like the interpretation of this. Like if you have like the same asset used across multiple files, or multiple different editor instances, like do you need to upload it again and again, or can you reuse the assets across multiple files?
Oh.
And what that means is also like if multiple files have the same reference to that, like can your browser cache that image and reuse it? So like let's say I'm loading 10 different Rive files, all of them are using the same image, does the editor need to download all of those 10 images at once? And this is part of that asset resolving thing that gives you more control. But the long-term vision also means that Rive can be smarter about that and be smarter about allowing you to share assets between files and also do stuff like that to more optimally load the assets. This is very important for the upcoming text feature where we can have different fonts and where loading in like a font might be a big file size, but this would allow you to essentially avoid that problem of having a very, very big Rive file.
Kind of like,
Yeah.
is this? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rive will do something similar to that, where it's like a hosted, it will be on the Rive CDN, the images and stuff, and you can essentially specify for the Rive to fetch it from the CDN instead of packaging it in the Rive.
Jeff says the text teasers are getting painful. Well, just make sure you continue to follow us on Twitter until the end when text releases. It's soon. It's sooner than it was last week, I'll tell you that. And way sooner than it was like 3 months ago. Anyways, that's it. I think we're gonna get out of here. Don't forget tomorrow, if you're of the Spanish-speaking persuasion, there will be a live stream specifically for you, and then Power Hour with Pedro, creative session.
Yes.
So welcome to Senor Pedro's Escuela, inspired by Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's gonna be great. All right, everybody. Well, we will see y'all, I guess, next week. And I don't know if it's going to be next week we're going to have a workshop. Maybe it'll be like 2 weeks from now we'll have a workshop. 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's possible next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.